Hello everyone, and welcome back for today's nugget. It's Tuesday's lesson, and it's the fall of Lucifer and the origin of sin. Now, when the Bible talks about Lucifer, before he rebelled, it uses this one word to describe him: perfect. If Lucifer was anything, it was perfect. Perfect in beauty, perfect in build, perfect in song, perfect in, well, the Bible says, perfect in every way. Perfection may have been his most attractive quality. But that's not all. Lucifer, the morning star, was also a reflection of God's character of love. If you could point to any created being and say that's what God is like, there was no greater example of this than Lucifer himself among created beings. Lucifer stood next to the throne of God. He bathed not only in the Shekinah glory of God, but he bathed in the love of God. Of all the created beings, Lucifer knew God best and loved him most, so much so that Lucifer was the worship leader in heaven. I mean, after all, who better to lead worship than the one who loved God most? Okay, you might be wondering, so if all of this is true, then what went wrong? How could somebody so perfect, somebody who loved God and was a reflection of God and led others to worship God, come to hate God so much? The truth is, we're not sure how it happened, but we know what happened. Lucifer came to admire his own perfection, so much so that he believed himself worthy of the one thing that belonged to God and God alone: worship. Oh, at first he didn't want all of the worship for himself. It wasn't anything like that. He simply wanted to share in the worship. You know, some adoration and love from the angels on a level that was reserved for perfect people like God and himself. It wasn't enough that angels loved him and that even God himself loved and honored him. He wanted more until more wasn't enough. He wanted it all. Now, you might be wondering, why did God create the devil knowing that he would go to war with God? Well, here's the thing. God didn't create Satan or the devil. He created Lucifer, a person whom God created to enjoy an authentic and loving relationship with his Creator, which meant that Lucifer was created with free will. And how did Lucifer choose to exercise his free will? By trying to take from God what belonged to God and God alone: our worship. This is why at the end of time, just before Jesus returns, the final battle will be for the hearts and minds of humanity. And how do you know which side you'll be on? It's easy. Your worship will demonstrate who it is that you truly love. Thank you for joining us today. Take a moment, give God some glory, give Him some praise.